how did you get that footage of Diddy?
I figured most journalists would not disclose their sources.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. My favorite villain? I kind of like Diddy.
There are no misconceptions about me.
A true leader doesn't feel threatened by the success of others. Instead of blocking growth, he creates it. He understands that real power isn't about standing above everyone else. It's about lifting people higher. When those around him rise, the entire mission becomes stronger. That's what separates leadership from control and confidence from fear.
Jay-Z's on a whole nother level. Like, I mean, you know, he's like, but you know what I like about 50? 50's on a whole nother level, but he's still approachable. You still get to meet the people and you know, Jay got to remember the people that made him. You know, I'm not saying I don't got respect. I respect Jay-Z, 50, used to respect, you know, Diddy, but all that crazy but, you know, I always respected him because I looked at, for New York, those were like the...
Reports suggest Beyoncé may be preparing to step back just as 50 Cent announces plans for a second documentary aimed at exposing everyone connected to Diddy. For years, Jay-Z and Beyoncé were allegedly supporting Diddy behind the scenes, but now the narrative appears to be shifting. As scrutiny intensifies, many are asking whether karma is finally closing in. The real question is this: will Beyoncé distance herself from Jay-Z, or is she quietly planning an exit from the industry altogether?
Don't give you the trophies. I got the checks. I didn't get the trophies. Like, Jay got all the trophies, man. That's because he signed that contract.
What contract?
One with Beyonce. If you don't sign, you don't give him a trophy, she ain't coming. Oh,
the Beyonce done ran down on you once, Fifth. Come on.
She did. Worse, she jumped off the thing, off the ledge. I was like, I didn't really know what to do. That's the Jay. If he says to Jay in his face, he'll look at you and go, nah, that happened.
So Beyonce jumped down on you.
She jumped down. She was like on a windowsill.
Right.
We was in Vegas. She said, come on, I'm talking to her. She jumped down. She was like, and I'm like, wait, what is she doing? That stuff, that's me and Jay-Z stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with you, girl. Don't come on.
So Hov wasn't there?
I'm talking to Jay. As soon as I talked to Jay, she jumped down, came over. I said, oh, look at this.
They about to jump you.
You lucky Solange wasn't there.
Yeah, you lucky Solange wasn't there.
Solange was there, I would have had the reboot. Huh? What?
So what did B say, or she was just staring at you?
Nah, she came like she was ready. Like ready. I thought something was going to happen. And I'm like, yo, whoa. She's throwing me off now. Because I don't know exactly how to respond to this. You are still Beyonce. Uh-oh. I'm sitting on this stuff going, she goes, what is this guy saying? I'm like, wait, what happened? I look at Jay, he goes, nah.
Jay-Z reportedly knew 50 Cent was coming for him, but he never anticipated the scale or severity of what was uncovered in the documentary series. Now, the realization is setting in that it may only be a matter of time before new footage is released, allegedly revealing behind-the-scenes dealings involving him and Diddy. 50 Cent has already hinted at this publicly, fueling speculation even further. According to claims, he's sitting on more than 140 hours of footage, material that could potentially implicate some of the most powerful figures in hip-hop and send shockwaves through the industry.
Finally have 50 Cent coming out confirming that he does have more dirt on Diddy that he didn't even get to put in the 4 episodes on the Netflix Diddy documentary. And since it's 50 Cent, it's so hard telling what in the world he all has, but he said this in reference to the video footage that he got of the man recording Diddy before Diddy went to jail. And on top of all of this, he said more people came forward to him with allegations that didn't even make it into this Netflix Diddy documentary. And he alluded that he is about to drop this all on YouTube. He sat down to explain some of this on the Sherry show yesterday, and she said, it shocked a lot of people to see this personal footage of Diddy. I know 50, the way you run. This cannot be all that you have. Is there other stuff that has not been shown? He said, yeah, well, there's some stuff that couldn't make it in because there was only 4 episodes in the Netflix Diddy documentary. And then Sherry asked 50 Cent, does this mean that there's going to be a part 2 of the Netflix Diddy documentary? And he said that he's just going to put it on YouTube. This was not the only time in this interview interview that this man said this. Like, he is sure on YouTube for whatever reason, and he was even laughing about it. And in my opinion, I feel like why he wants to put this on YouTube is because Netflix probably wouldn't let him put in certain things because of liability. I think this is one of the main reasons why some of the things weren't talked about in the Diddy documentary. But like I said, also, he is cut down to a certain amount of time. Netflix gave him 4 episodes, so he has to put everything in those 4 episodes. And she asked him, out of all of the people that were coming forward, have there been any new tips that you have gotten since it's been released? He said, well, yeah, everyone starts to feel a little more comfortable when they see other people telling their truth.
50 Cent and Jay-Z have been locked in a long-running feud, with claims that Jay-Z allegedly worked behind the scenes to stall 50's rise, only for 50 to return stronger every time. Now, many believe 50 is back with unfinished business, and some speculate that Beyoncé could be pulled into the fallout alongside Jay-Z. At the heart of it all is a stark contrast in approach. Jay-Z is often accused of gatekeeping, while 50 has built a reputation for elevating others, creating opportunities, and putting people in a position to win.
I mean, Jay-Z's on a whole nother level. Like, I mean, you know, he's like, but you know what I like about 50? 50's on a whole nother level, but he's still approachable. You still get to meet the people and you know, Jay got to remember the people that made him. You know, I'm not saying I don't got respect. I respect Jay-Z, 50, used to respect, you know, Diddy, but all that crazy. But, you know, I always respected him because I looked at, for New York, those were like the, you know, the guys. You know what I'm saying? The guys with the most money and the most influence. So with Jay is like, when the last time you haven't seen Jay. So I think people are just going to say that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I mean, Jay, you know, you got to remember, he didn't want 50 at the Super Bowl. That was crazy. I'm like,
wait, Jay didn't want 50 at the Super
you didn't
Bowl?
Know that? Yeah, he didn't want.
I remember Eminem pushed for it.
That was some haters. Yeah,
I remember Eminem was like, I'm not going to do it unless 50 does it. I heard that.
Yeah,
but I didn't know that Jay was trying to stop it.
I don't think Jay. I don't know. 50 never told me that, but I don't think Jay wanted him there. I don't know
because of what some of the.
I mean, you know, it's competition. You got to think. 50 always been competition for Jay. Remember, I'm about $1. What the 50 Cent?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That was what 9. What was that? 9.
But after that, they did a song together. Remember the whole.
But 50 was always competition. Then remember Jay said, yo, 50's coming. He told Siegel and them, and Memphis Bleak and all them.
Yeah.
And come on, 50's like, he's on a whole nother level. You got to remember, he came after Jay and Rockefeller. G-Unit came, and people might on G-Unit, but with Eminem, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, nobody has outsold us, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody has had the effect that we.
According to unverified allegations circulating online, Jay-Z was reportedly present at events described by critics as Diddy's so-called freak-off parties, where rumors also accused him of being unfaithful to Beyoncé. Some claims suggest Beyoncé was aware of these situations and chose not to intervene, while more extreme online speculation alleges she may have been present alongside Jay-Z and Diddy. It's further alleged by critics that both Beyoncé and Jay-Z were among a small inner circle who supposedly knew what Diddy was doing behind the scenes, yet did nothing to stop it. These claims remain allegations, but detractors argue that instead of intervening, the couple enabled his behavior and helped shield him from accountability.
Piers Morgan said it. They're not here to defend themselves. Do you think the Carters will speak about any of this? About
Beyonce
what's going on?
Beyonce is losing hundreds of thousands, millions of followers every day. And she still hasn't said anything. Just pretending like life is great in Paris.
Is it her place to say something?
I mean, probably not, considering she's going to be indicted for anything she would say. These are criminals. Diddy is a drug dealer, and so is Jay-Z. The proof is there. How many up people does he have to be aware of before people see him for who he is?
It seems like these artists are trying to run away from their past. Diddy changed his name multiple times to say, that's not me. I'm trying to move beyond Diddy. I'm love now.
What kind of love? Baby oil love? Baby love? Explicit love, hey!
Many critics argue the most troubling allegation centers on claims that Jay-Z groomed Beyoncé from a young age, shaping her into the person she later became. Former industry insider Gene Deal has publicly claimed that people within the music industry were aware that Jay-Z and Beyoncé allegedly began their relationship when she was still underage. According to these unverified claims, Beyoncé grew up believing Jay-Z's behavior was normal, something critics argue may help explain why she later appeared unbothered by similar conduct involving other women. While these remain allegations, they have intensified ongoing debates about power, control, and exploitation within the music industry.
I know people in the industry, been around for a long time, was there when he first started dating Beyoncé at 17, 18, and he was 30-something. You didn't know his age. When I look back and see how old Jay-Z was, I think Jay-Z was born in like 69 or 67, something like a 67 right there, 69. I think he was born in 69. Beyonce, they said she was born in 81. You understand? But back then, in 81, when we was in the club together, 98, 99, she wasn't even supposed to be in the club, but she was in the club. It was Club Eugene's, and Jay was dating her. And at that time, if you look at Jay's age, he was about 30 years old. So, isn't she still somewhat a child? To me, she is. But I guess they protect child. That's how you protect a child. You know, dating her at the age of 30-some years old, and she's 17, 18 years old. If that's her true age. We really don't know her true age because Gabrielle Union said she went to junior high school with her, and Gabrielle Union is considered 6-7 years older than Beyonce age that she getting. So we really don't know.
To underscore how serious these allegations have become, some critics have gone as far as claiming that Rihanna was among those harmed by the power dynamics surrounding Jay-Z, with accusations that Beyoncé enabled an environment where such behavior could persist. These unverified claims are frequently cited by commentators as the reason Beyoncé and Jay-Z are said to fear further exposure. According to these narratives, if the floodgates were to open, more alleged victims could come forward, placing both figures under intense public and industry scrutiny.
Us about Jay-Z. Jay-Z has now had an official lawsuit. It's everywhere. It's now being talked about louder than ever. I guess, does that give you some peace to know that people are finally really questioning this man?
It's emboldening me. I spoke on Piers Morgan. I said that I had 3 victims that I've been working with, victims of the Carters, that were ready to come forward. This might help them feel a little more confident now. So this is great because he's been evading. But the thing is, everyone in the backdrop knew that he was the celebrity John Doe. Everybody knew that. They knew it when I did Piers Morgan.
Is Beyonce celebrity B?
I hope to God not. But she was around. And she's very... she's got enough on her plate. After everything that happened with the election and everything that's happening right now, I'm not going to dump on that woman. She got better fish to fry.
Well,
what I will say is that her husband, she knows exactly who he is.
Yeah.
She knows. She knows.
Gene Deal explained that both men understood power, control, and influence long before the public ever caught on. In his view, the real difference came down to visibility. Diddy was loud, flashy, and always in the spotlight. Jay-Z, by contrast, moved in silence, operating in boardrooms, behind closed doors, and aligning himself with powerful figures who could shield him if anything ever went wrong.
What's funny to me, man, is that Diddy used to hate Jay-Z. He hated Jay-Z enough when he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay-Z. This is back in the early 2000s.
Did Diddy always say negative things about Jay around you?
The time he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay, yeah, he was. They worked it out.
Was there a reason behind it?
I couldn't tell you the reason behind it. It was probably because Big had died. I don't know what it was, man. I don't know why
he wanted Ja Rule to go at Jay. I guess if he kept them beefing or kept them into some bullshit, he could rise up in between both of them. You know what I mean? It definitely was some.
Gene Deal said this is precisely why Jay-Z rarely puts himself in compromising situations. While Diddy built his empire by being everywhere and knowing everyone, Jay-Z took a far more calculated route, accumulating power by limiting access, maintaining distance, and tightly controlling who is allowed into his inner circle.
Because I know you heard the statement that, Jay lawyer came out with about how he wasn't really friends with Diddy. From your point of view, was they really friends or no?
How close was Diddy and Jay-Z? They was close enough that they wasn't playing basketball, they wasn't playing baseball, they wasn't playing football, and they wasn't playing hockey or soccer for Diddy to come on stage, pat him on his ass, and then make the statement to people in the world that can't nobody call me Sean but Jay-Z. Now, I don't know what kind of statement, and I can't say, I wish I could say half a homo, but I know I can't say it. But I don't know what kind of half a homo that is. And you trying to say that you're not close to somebody. You coming on stage, patting them on their ass, and then you making a broad statement to the public, can't nobody call me Sean but Sean Carter. And I heard Jay-Z said the same thing about them. But they were so close that they had matching white girls together. Because when they used to see each other, they used to say, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? He'd be like, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? So I guess that's a certain type of close.
Trusting Diddy is now being described by critics as the biggest mistake Jay-Z and Beyoncé allegedly made. Reports and unverified claims suggest that Diddy even turned on his own lawyer, drawing him into the controversy as well. Detractors argue this pattern is nothing new, that Diddy has never been concerned with the damage left behind, as long as he finds a way to avoid accountability himself.
With Jay, the part with Jay, I go, oh shoot, like
That's right. To us, black excellence.
that had to be there.
We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's a billionaire brunch.
Oh,
Like,
I hate you, man.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm going to be with you this year. Come on, bro. When Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies, those fucking trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
You're gonna let him say that? Jay was getting Grammys.
he had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he ain't show up.
He had like 20 now.
Oh, Lord.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
He was one. He got them shits. He's like drinking. His pictures with him. Things the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades. Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh.
Allegedly, Jay-Z is now attempting to file a cease and desist order to block a documentary being released against him. He and Diddy reportedly claim that 50 Cent obtained the footage illegally. However, counterclaims dispute that narrative, stating 50 Cent acquired the material through lawful means. According to these accounts, he knew Diddy had been recording extensive footage for a documentary he intended to release later. The alleged turning point came when Diddy failed to pay his videographer and editor, an oversight that reportedly allowed 50 Cent to legally step in and purchase the footage himself.
Diddy really screwed over Mark Agnifilo. I gotta say, this is awful that Diddy owes his life to Mark Agnifilo, literally his life, because he could have gotten life in prison were it not for Mark Agnifilo, his defense lawyer, who had a brilliant strategy. And Diddy screwed him over when he hired this videographer to chronicle his life without telling Mark Agnifilo that when Diddy and Mark were on the phone, this videographer was recording what Mark clearly expected to be an attorney-client privileged relationship. Now, it is true that the client holds that privilege. The lawyer doesn't. But Mark's clear expectation was that this was a private conversation. These were private conversations, and that he and Diddy could talk openly. And Mark could talk to Diddy not just as a client, but as a person, and try to guide him in a time leading up to his arrest. And unbeknownst to Mark Agnifilo, Diddy has got this guy recording the conversation as he's sitting there saying, "You are screwing this up. You are messing up this case. We're losing." And knowing that that's on tape. And it's almost like he's performing for the camera and not telling Mark what's going on.
There is growing speculation that Beyoncé and Jay-Z could be heading toward a divorce if the documentary is released. Some claim Beyoncé has reached a breaking point, feeling that Jay-Z's ongoing controversies and alleged infidelity continue to undermine the brand she has spent years carefully building. For decades, she has worked relentlessly to protect her image and preserve public trust. After Jay-Z's past cheating scandal, she chose to stay and rebuild alongside him, but insiders suggest this moment feels different, heavier, and far more difficult to move past.
It is your boss. Yo, man, how 50 get? Blah, blah, blah. Yo, Puff, take this self doing that. Let me explain something to y'all. All right? Whether it's NDAs, whether it's whatever. When these young boys come in, first of all, he only deal with young videographers because he want to rob them, and he know that they want the opportunity to follow Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. They want that opportunity. So they get him at a low price anyway. But when you stay out so many hours a day, Puff wants a videographer with him 24 hours a day on call. Whether we on a yacht, whether we on a ship, wherever we at, he wants to videotape that, right? So now, they come to agreement. They come to whatever the pay is going to be. But then it be so many hours on that invoice that he don't want to pay. He gets in touch with the office. He gets in touch with the chief of staff. Yo, what is this I'm paying? What is this I'm paying? You know what you paying. You was outside all of these hours. It's 160 something hours in a week. You was outside 140. That's the invoice he put in. So now, being if you got a contract and he don't stand to that contract, guess what happens? He could do whatever he want to do with that footage. So now that footage goes to the highest bidder. And 50 had to be the highest bidder to get there. Yo, this is business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't in love with you. Everybody ain't dedicated. Everybody ain't loyal to the point of stupidity.
Some fans and critics describe Beyoncé and Jay-Z's relationship as deeply troubled, citing unverified allegations that he pursued her when she was very young and later exerted outsized control over her career and personal life. Others point to past infidelity scandals as evidence of a lack of trust. While these claims remain allegations, they continue to fuel intense debate online about power, influence, and accountability within high-profile relationships.
Beyoncé and Jay-Z have a toxic relationship. He preyed on her when she was just 18 years old. Fans accuse him of grooming her and then later on controlling her every move. At the same time, it's been revealed that he's a cheater and he cannot be trusted.
50 Cent recently shared a video on Instagram addressing the second part of the documentary he's currently developing, stating that the next installment will focus on Jay-Z. At the same time, observers speculate that Beyoncé may have reached a strategic breaking point, not emotionally, but professionally. Silence worked before. Standing by Jay-Z worked before. But if his past decisions begin to overshadow her legacy and threaten everything she's built, sources suggest she may decide that walking away is the only option left.
It's just odd to see him in that, in that, getting looked at in that way by white people, like Jay does, yeah, like I hope that shit didn't happen, but I'm like, damn, they turned the world real, like people on a certain level have been fucking with him a certain way where he couldn't do no wrong for like 25 years straight. This is the first time he's not getting a pass with white media, like he can control black media because a lot of them either work or do business with him, but like, drink champs can't get him out of this one, and neither can Charlemagne. Because, those are the guys that hold him down no matter what he does anyway. So he got to get to People Magazine and Entertainment Tonight right now because they on his head. But the question is why? Like, why now? Because for me, I'd be like, yo, that's so ridiculous. Yo, take that to trial. You're not going to win. Let's get a deposition or something. So I don't know why they on his head so much. Pause. But I never seen him, under this, I never seen him in this position to have to explain himself. Pause.
How you feel about the statement he came out with?
I mean, I didn't hear him say anything. I heard a piece of, like I said, I'm doing an interview, so I talk. I thought it was long. For a statement, I thought it was long, pause. But, I think right now, his silence is the worst thing for him. If he is innocent, he needs to let people ask him questions, and he needs to be able to say his side of the story, as opposed to letting that lawyer talk. Because that lawyer, I don't trust that lawyer because I went to.
What surprised Gene Deal the most was how quickly public sentiment began turning against 50 Cent for exposing Diddy and questioning his motives. Instead of directing outrage toward Diddy, many critics appeared more focused on attacking 50 for speaking out, shifting blame away from the allegations themselves and onto the person who brought them into the spotlight.
Came across in that secret little Diddy footage that he paid from the videographer that Diddy didn't pay. They are saying 50 has footage that will not only add more time to Diddy's sentence, but Diddy might not ever come out. Listen up, check this out. Now y'all know that footage that where Diddy is behind the scenes talking to his lawyer and all of this stuff, and people are like, damn, what was Diddy recording it? Well, Diddy was recording it because he thought he was about to beat the case. So he wanted to do a Netflix documentary. Didn't pay the guy, and then 50 got all 140 hours of footage of secret Diddy tactics. Well, there's a guy named Neil who was mentioned in the court, works right up under Diddy, was organizing everything. Allegedly, they are saying that he is on video, film, tampering with witnesses, giving out addresses, offering money, bribing, we'll pay for your lawyers, all kind of shit that could be counted as witness tampering, obstruction of justice. And 50, of all people, has his hands on this footage. And I'm hearing that this could implicate Diddy's lawyers in some bullshit. They could be charged. This is getting wild. And I'm hearing that this 50 Cent documentary is just the tip of the iceberg, and I like it.
What's crazy is this man in this video footage of 50 Cent's post starts talking about a specific name, a man named Neil. And this man goes on talking about how he heard that 50 Cent has this extra footage, but it's footage that could possibly lead to Diddy getting more charges, like witness tampering, obstruction of justice, and more. And what's crazy about the name Neil that he brings up in this is the fact that the other day, Diddy's former chef Jordan, who is somebody that was a witness during this trial, who was about to testify against Diddy before the prosecution took back some of their witnesses who were testifying, literally claimed that Neil Dominique, a former assistant of Diddy, is the one that told Diddy that she was subpoenaed to the grand jury at the very start of all of this. She wrote this whole big post to Neil Dominique and tagged him in it and said, I just want to put this out there because I've been debating how I wanted to handle this situation. Now, I don't know you from a can of paint, but but I'm really wondering why you decided to tell Sean Combs that I was contacted by the feds. I saw that you wrote him a good character letter too. Come to find out, you were actually providing Puff with information on a whole bunch of people throughout the case. So my thing is, why were you so comfortable putting me in danger? Why were you so comfortable putting other people in danger? You provided addresses to him. Were you like a double agent working for the feds and Puff? This is actually crazy because she alleged that Neil Dominique was approached by the feds as well in this investigation into Diddy because he was a former assistant.
50 Cent has emphasized that this documentary series isn't fueled by personal beef. He's publicly stated that he's working with Diddy's son, a detail that significantly reframes the narrative. If this were about revenge or clout, collaborating with Diddy's own family wouldn't add up. Instead, it suggests the project is being positioned as something far larger than past rivalries, an attempt to document what allegedly happened, rather than simply attack a single individual.
He did, man. Yeah, he got everybody going, man. He's getting a lot of backlash, man. Like, people are like mad at 50 for getting behind this thing.
Well, see, the thing about it is that people are out there rabbit ass mind. And they gonna sit up here and they gonna say some stuff like, they try to make it up like, it's because of a girl, it's because of a woman. A man that can have any woman in the damn world, you understand, go any parts of the world, find beautiful women all over the world, that's willing to do whatever he wants to. I'ma be mad because this dude got this one? Nah, it's bigger and it's more than that. They don't want to say it. A lot of these cats out here don't want to tell the truth behind shit.
So the question remains, does Beyoncé walk away to protect everything she's built, or does she stay and weather the fallout alongside Jay-Z? And if 50 Cent truly has what he claims, who could be exposed next? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and make sure you're subscribed, because this story is far from over.